English medium schools. So there are English medium schools and there are government schools, and they are far apart. And it's very sad that most of the time they don't see each other eye to eye. Okay? So what happening in one does not happen in another. So boarding school versus government schools. There is a lot to say on this, but I would only say this much, that government schools are also, they have started using English as medium of instruction in their schools, in their primary classes. Whether the teacher are capable of doing this or not is another thing. They're just going on this whim that we must start English from the beginning. English is still a foreign language in Nepal. Somebody on the first day was saying that in any quarter of Nepal you go, 95% people can answer you in English. I don't agree. I don't agree that. And I think you also agree with me. Of course, English is spreading far and wide in Nepal. And in Kathmandu, maybe you'll find English-speaking people every nook and corner of this city. But not in the remote areas, not in the villages, no way. Maybe on those tracks where tourists go, like Mustang or Everest Camp or whatever. There you will find, of course, but not in the villages in Sarlahi or villages in, Sitapuri or something. Okay? English is invariably essential for Nepali and Nepal. That's a fallacy. In most cases, I noticed something in the Facebook where a person had posted, and it said, we need Korean, we need Japanese, we need Arabic, we don't need English. Teach us Korean, teach us Japanese. Well, we teachers say that the general mass, general Nepali need English because a lot of people are going overseas for manual work. Now they say that they don't need English, they need Korean and they need Japanese because they are going to Korea and going to Japan and going to Arab countries, and it's better to know those languages than English. You see? And you also would see that in Kathmandu, even in Kirtipur, which is a very small town, I will see holding board everywhere. Chinese Institute, Korean Institute, not English Institute. But probably because we are English teachers, so we always say, well, teach English because for academic purpose, how many Nepalis go overseas? Very few. Lakhs and lakhs Nepali young people, they go to overseas country to earn a few penny. And what they need? They need language. Because we don't teach them Korean and Japanese, so they have to learn English and then have to suffer their communication problem. So it's better for them to teach them Korean and Japanese than to English. Of course, for academic purpose, we need English. For those who can teach them English. Well, that's my view. I told you that I'm a crazy man, so a popular belief about English learning, teaching in Nepal is that teach English as early as possible. Start from grade 1. That is the popular belief. And I told you earlier that this is not true. That is what researchers said. Only and only English. That no mother tongue used in the class. That's a crime. If some children, they use Nepali, they will be beaten, or they will be punished, or at least scolded. If you don't know English, you know nothing. That's also popular belief, which is not true, of course, you know. Once in a conference, one of my colleagues, his English was not very good, but he was delivering his speech in English. And one English teacher came to me and said, "Well, he knows nothing." I said, "What do you mean?" "Well, here is English." I said, "Well, his English might be not very good, but he is master in his subject, you know. So this is the way. If you don't know English, you know nothing." That's not true, my friend. That's not true. Okay. Now, because my title was Ecological Approach and Nepali Teacher, so here is some traits of Nepali teacher. That's not only you, that's also me. So, a typical Nepali English teacher, he believes on all the popular beliefs about English teaching learning, which I have just described before, that as early as possible and so on. And then plus believes that native speaker teachers are better than local teachers, which is also only partially true. Native speakers might be very good teachers, might be hopeless teachers. They know the language, I agree. But if knowing the language means good teacher, then we all Nepali can be very good Nepali teacher. But that's not true. So get rid of these kind of false notions, you know. Ignores local materials. You see, we develop local materials and we say that local materials are better because